Bert, this Bert, Bert, this Bert, Bert, fly high, it's Bert, Bert, Bert is the word is Bert, 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 Bert. Does it something, haters getting Bert, hurt, Bert, drops of golden nuggets, Bert, 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 Bert. Bert, this Bert, fly high, it's Bert, Bert is the word is Bert, 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 Bert,
What is good, y'all? Welcome. Happy Friday. I know everyone's preparing for the weekend here. Oh, man, just got some water here. Just charting some XRP. You guys know how it goes. So, yeah, I mean, we're basically we broke out of this. I don't know why the rays aren't loading. There must be some bug in our trading view here. But it looks like we broke out and we're holding out support here on XRP. Let me actually delete this one right here. All right. So, yeah, I mean, clear uptrend here. We broke out. We're holding our support. New higher low being put in by XRP as we speak on the 4-hour. Then, of course, we could just kind of jump over to the daily. And it looks like we are holding. We didn't break down at all. So we're basically, if we close tomorrow up above perhaps $2 and like 40 something cents, we'll basically begin the next uptrend. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we are. Shout out to everyone here in the live stream. A bunch of you guys already joined up. What's good? Feel free to hit the live chat. Let me know if you're here. Let me know which meme coins you guys are buying. I'll be looking into some of them here on the show. And then, of course, if you're on the live stream, if you're on the spaces side of things, obviously, hit that button on the bottom left to request to come up and speak. But XRP looks solid. We'll start doing some Hbar shows too, but it'll be after these. So stay tuned for that if you're here for Hbar Alpha. So, of course, Bert is Bird community show has just begun. Welcome, everyone. Hit that button on the bottom right if you are bullish on XRP meme coins. You know that I am. We're going to be showing up every single day here. I probably won't do shows on the weekend. Just we're already doing 5 shows a week. But let's see. Let's see what the market wants to give us, and if things get even crazier, maybe we'll do some weekend shows as well. So lock in, you guys. I know the weekends have been pretty active here, and of course, if you guys are on the spaces side of things, feel free to hit that link up in the Jumbotron. Basically, what we're going to be doing here is linking you to the live stream as well. So just make sure you guys are aware of that, so you guys can kind of just watch my screen here as well. All right. So on the daily candle, so this is the USD pair specifically for Bert's. We can kind of just start. Oh, I haven't shared my screen yet, have I? All right. You guys can see my screen here. Let me actually make the transactions a little smaller so you can see the chart. So we were in the clear uptrend. We had a channel here. We broke out really strong over the weekend here. Obviously, we broke down when the whole market corrected here. So currently on the daily, we are about halfway. So we're at 13 hours into the day. So about 10 or 11 hours from now, so probably midnight my time, we this candle will close. So we actually trended all the way up on the USD chart specifically. We trended up to the trend line. We haven't broke through it yet, but once we confirm above it and continue to close, that's when I was talking about our handle potentially being in play. So watch for this trend. But of course, this is a newer chart because this chart went live when Deck Screener went live, and I think they only loaded, or maybe it is the full chart. October 23rd. That sounds about around the time when Deck Screener came out. Maybe I heard wrong. I heard some people saying that this isn't the full chart. If it is, then this is the USD pairing, and clearly Bert is in an uptrend, especially once we confirm above this daily candle. So we're so close. We talked about the show yesterday, this being basically the absolute bottom. Let me chart it for you guys as well to kind of just showcase how significant this level actually is on the USD chart specifically. So as you can see, there were multiple. Look at this, the old all-time high level. So we're at 4.2 million. It looks like the old all-time high. Obviously, we're a little bit higher than it right now. So this is a massive psychological zone for Bert already. We touched the line before and met it as resistance multiple times. And then look at this. The moment that we actually look at both of these, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles back to back close below it in this channel, and then the one candle that broke through it, we absolutely sent. So same thing here. We're going to continue to touch it. We've already touched it for one day, 2 days. This day's close to touching it, but we haven't gone down that far. We're actually up here. So it might have only been 2 days where we broke out of this channel and barely touched this support zone. Basically, the longer that it takes to break through, the stronger it is. So it's pretty much impossible. Obviously, it's not impossible, but it's almost impossible to break this line specifically. And Bert's held it incredibly strong as support. Basically, once your resistance, right, it's resisting to break through. Once you actually break it, it becomes the new support. So basically, we're watching that on the USD chart, which I haven't really talked about, to be honest, on this show so far. But basically, this point, what is it? 0.00382 level is basically the base for Bert. It's the accumulation zone that we talked about yesterday on the USD chart specifically. So very, very important to note. I might as well show you guys the stochastic RSI as well really quick before we move to the chart that's on First Ledger, the one that everyone's looking at. So that would be the XRP pair. So look at this. I mean, I can't really make it more obvious than this. The accumulation zone is between here. So let me actually chart it up for you guys as well. Let me actually make this smaller just so we can focus on the chart for right now. Second. All right. Accumulation zone is basically where we are right now. You can see right here. So basically, if you're not buying in this zone, so basically under 4 mil market cap to whatever it went to last night, 3 or basically last show, right? Because we saw some people dumping at like the absolute bottom. But this is the psychological range. Let me extend it further. You can see all these candles that met it with resistance. And again, once we broke through on November 26th, about I don't know, a week and a half ago, we've been up only ever since. So again, once we break out of this next accumulation phase and continue the uptrend, I'm going to look for that next zone. It might be up here in this 6.9, which is probably about a 2x, probably that 8 million market cap range, maybe up here. I'm looking for multiple areas where we touched. Yeah, I mean, there's really no resistance that I see personally for Bert. So literally, Bert will just fly high the moment that we break out of this zone. So, I mean, it's extremely primed. So you're going to really be looking for this zone. And let me extend this a little bit so we can all kind of just watch together what is happening. It's actually a little bit narrower than this. So basically, you want to watch us break this line right here, this 4.9, basically the 5 level, and then confirm above this uptrend right here, right? Continuing the upper level. I think some of this got invalidated just because the market pulled back, which is super normal. A lot of charts have this. But once we start really breaking through this level and we close above this on the daily for the USD chart, that's where I think things will start to get really, really crazy. And as I said before, I'm expecting over the next week or two, as we end the month, I'm thinking we're going to see some pretty insane numbers because we are growing. Shout out to First Ledger. Let me see. No, I don't know if they made a post. I think they did actually. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I'm gonna grab some water. You guys, I'll be right back. Yeah, but basically those two lines at the bottom there, we are in the accumulation zone. That's what we were talking about yesterday with Yam TA. If you guys missed yesterday's show, it was absolutely insane. By the way, I think that was one of our biggest shows we've ever done. Full stop. So if you missed it, let me actually just share with you guys my screen really quick. If you guys aren't following me on X already to catch the latest shows, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. EST, place to be in Web3. All right. Make sure to follow me at IPEX Trades. Obviously, like and retweet the show as well if you find any alpha, if you appreciate the content that we're providing. And of course, if you're bullish, if you're bullish on Bert, the token, the community as well, make sure to tap in. All right. So if you missed yesterday's show, it was about 3 hours long. It was absolutely insane. Yeah, it says 8 tuned in because it was 43 seconds. This is the show that I was telling you about yesterday where, okay, and my spaces just crash. Let me just make sure that it's connected here. Okay. Yep. Yeah. For those of you guys listening as well, if you haven't done spaces before, I don't know why, but sometimes they just absolutely crash. At least on my phone they do. So let me restart it. Can I just give me a second here to copy and paste and just restart it here? Why it loves to crash on my Android. I don't know if that means anything, but all right, let's restart the spaces. Those of you guys listening in, let me share the this live stream link as well over there. But like I said before, make sure to head to my highlights if you guys missed. What's up, everyone? I just restarted the spaces. I don't know why the spaces crashed, so you guys get a new fresh link, just like yesterday. Also, by the way, this link from yesterday, if you didn't tune in, it was 3 hours. Like I said, if you pretty much need to be caught up to speed on what's going on in the bull run, where the price predictions for Bitcoin, XRP, HBAR, Bert token, Sauce, all these kinds of tokens, like where we are going cross chain, like you absolutely need to listen to the space. There's a reason why it was one of our biggest full stop as well. So make sure to tune into this one. If you haven't like heard any of our spaces, this is an absolute must listen to. So after the space, make sure to tune back in. And again, our spaces just crashed. I don't know why. So I just restarted the link. That's what happened yesterday too. I couldn't even start the space at all. I had to just make a completely new space. So apologies to anyone trying to listen in. And then of course, the space right here that says 7 people tuned in, or yeah, I guess this is the link that was dead. Basically that didn't let me start it. So again, hit that button on the bottom right, like and retweet the show. Let's get the party started. All right. So yesterday, I started unpacking some of this stochastic RSI alpha. I know a lot of you guys switch to price and XRP. Yeah. So this is the USD chart. Again, this is not the chart that's showing on First Ledger. If any of you guys switch over to Dex Screener and you guys are charting these tokens, this is the chart you're going to see in USD. You do need to switch to XRP if you want to look at the First Ledger chart. But they're going to say really similar things, though. Don't get me wrong. They're not completely different. We're still in the accumulation zone, right? And then once we start breaking out of this trend right here in this channel, we'll see a lot higher. So keep watching for that. Now, let's break down the stochastic RSI. I want to look at the 4-hour really quick before I jump on the daily just to see. Perfect. Yeah, I mean it's incredible. Wow. Okay. Well, let's do the daily first because there's a lot to unpack on the 4-hour. The daily's simpler as well. So let's see what the daily has for us here. Let me make it a little bigger for those of you guys on mobile. I know it's a little hard to see. You probably have to like really squint or zoom in. All right, let's just make it super simple, super easy, right? I keep saying if we're down here at this basically zero line, it's these little indicators are so annoying. I can't show you guys. All right, let me just make it really, really small down here. All right. So we're basically at the zero, right? You can see down there, you just scroll over here, but these things keep popping up, so I can't show you. I guess I could just show you over here. See how it shows we're basically at zero. If you look at the far right, all the way over here, right? So blue over orange, bullish, orange over blue, bearish. And this indicator is about momentum, pure momentum, right? Usually more momentum means more price action, right? Usually positive, right? So very, very important to note. Orange has finally crossed all the way down to no momentum. Bert, in its entire existence, has never been at basically zero momentum, which a lot of tokens are probably down here below this 20 level, which is the most significant level in terms of an uptrend slash trend reversal. So, what does this mean? Apex, what are you telling us? What's going on? Is no momentum mean we're going to go to zero? Is the token dead? What's going on? All right. So, we get to this level and we're dragging on the fast line. The blue's the fast line. We are dragging at basically zero here so that we can actually have a cross up when we are at the absolute bottom of whatever the trend is. And as I said, this trend has been absolutely respected from the old all-time high. And it hit like 4 or 5 different candles of resistance on the daily. That means there were like 5 days where Bert could not break out of this. And right now we're sitting on it, or we're actually higher. We're actually above it. We're not even sitting on it. Yesterday we were sitting on it for a little bit. And on December 3rd, we came all the way down and touched it, but we closed all the way back up above this trend too, which just showed a ton of strength a couple days ago. So where does that leave us? This is what I'm seeing in the chart. And this is what the chart's telling me, regardless of what I believe about Bert. This is what the chart says. So also shout out XRP memes. What's up, brother? Feel free to utilize the live stream chat as well. It's a live chat. You guys can comment as much as you want in there. Let me know which tickers you're bullish on. Let me know if you're bullish on Bert. Obviously, Bert is Bert. Bird's fly high. What's up, XRP memes? All right, let's run it up, you guys. So basically what I'm seeing here is both indicators are at basically zero momentum. You cannot get any lower than this. You can obviously drag it out like this for a period of time. I could see that happening as well, which is totally fine, very normal. It marks the bottom. I could show you guys on higher time frames on other tokens. Not to say memes in general, just tokens in general. You use these indicators all the time. So this is what I'm saying. The moment that we do have any volume. So we're at 110K volume right now. That's pretty solid. Once we start getting up into like 200-300 and more over the next couple of days, maybe even this weekend, right? Over the weekends, it starts to get really, really busy here. All right. So what I'm expecting either this weekend, I did say it's possible it'll be till next weekend. I'll probably go for the entire market. We really needed to cool down because the entire market got really, really hot, really, really fast. Basically, this is what we want to see. Bert could trend down here for a little bit if it doesn't get really hot really fast, like it could happen. That's how memes work. We want to see basically both of these lines come up like a V, right? And close above this 20 level, basically this dotted line. But we want the blue to cross up over the orange. If the orange is above the blue, I will say we need more time. It's going to be a bit before we really start to begin a strong uptrend or a move to the upside. If the blue crosses up, and if you guys have been watching my show for a while, I said the same thing about Bitcoin, and guess what we did, right? If you watched my show yesterday, we talked about Bitcoin, and we talked about Bitcoin doing that in October. So basically, we're kind of repeating what Bitcoin's doing. So again, kind of have to just watch the uptrend begin to form. It has to happen slowly. It has to happen organically. And when I say slowly, I'm talking about like over the course of the next day or two. Because every day in crypto feels like forever. It feels like a lifetime, right? So I get it. So when I say slowly, we're talking like the next 24 to 48 hours and just kind of watch it because this is the daily chart at the end of the day. And guess what? The daily chart is way more powerful than the 4 hour, the 1 hour, any of these other smaller candles. All those are starting to become more insignificant when we talk about this massive trend of the daily, which means that the project is growing older, right? The brand is maturing, the market's maturing, right? You can actually start to chart these pretty significantly and kind of watch. And then also the older that these tokens get and the more organic that they are, like Bert, arguably Bert's the most organic or one of the top organic tokens. I'm not going to really talk about others here. There's not really a point. But when you talk about like organic, strong foundational growth, Bert clearly stands out among the rest from what I've been watching in this space. That's why I've been super bullish on Bert. And watching this, that's when you can get those massive, massive moves to the upside, which I keep saying I'm calling for 25 million on this next run because XRP is a lot higher than it was before. Earlier, I was calling for about 10 to 11 million, but we took that out. This is 11 million right here. Let me show you guys. If you didn't realize this is 11 million right here. This isn't that crazy of a move here for Bert. I'm thinking we double that easy. Let me make the stochastic on our next impulsive move here. So let me make this a little bigger so you guys can actually see. So basically double this 11 would be what, 24, 25. So basically this 25, yeah, I guess each one of these is a million market cap. So I'm expecting a move in this range personally on the low end from here. Let me see if I can show you guys some fib levels as well. A second here. Yeah. So, I mean, basically, you guys can kind of just watch and see where Bert is at in relation to. Let me actually move it to the side. I can. Yeah. So basically, you want to see that full rotation here, and that's pretty much the extent of the wave. So you want to continue to watch very closely. The stochastics basically priming up for, like I said, December 25th, maybe around Christmas time, the end of the month here. That's pretty much where you want to see this. So let me see if I could just draw really quick. I'll make sure my screen's still loading here. So again, kind of want to just see some movement. You want to see this get retested. You want to see it break out of this channel. You want to see probably some good support. You want to see if this resistance is met here at the. I'll rechart it here, but you want to see some pretty crazy moves, and then obviously we'll retest one of these. Give me a second here to draw. You want to see either bounce off support here. The drawing's lagging. You want to see it bounce off support here and continue the trend. You want to see a healthy pullback, obviously, as well. But this is more or less what I'm expecting here. Give me a second. All right. Yeah. So basically, charting wise, I don't know why the drawing was lagging a little bit there. So let me move to the the next part of the chart here. So basically, this is what I'm seeing on the USD chart, obviously. So as we continue in the next like 2 weeks or so, that's what I'm seeing for the whole market, right? So I didn't finish my point from earlier. So essentially, First Ledger, if you guys, again, if you don't believe me, go on First Ledger right now. Yesterday, we were at like 91 to 93,000. I'm actually going to open First Ledger right now. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right. All right, I'm back. So yesterday we were at like 91 to 93,000 users on First Ledger, and the day before that, I believe we're at like 85 or 83,000. We're basically growing about 10,000 a day. So right now it says 100,000, like 400 something on my screen. That's incredible. And guess what? I went and ran the numbers. If we increase by about 7 to 10,000 people a day by the end of the month, where does that leave us? 250,000 First Ledger users. And that's what I said. This kind of massive wave impulse, and like I said, any ticker that can really get to like 25 mil and hold, right? I don't really care if your ticker gets to 25 mil. To be honest, you got to hold, you got to sustain, you got to build a community. You don't want to have backholders because they're just going to dump, right? This kind of stuff. But you want a good, healthy correction. You don't want it to just like absolutely tank. So like I don't know, if your token goes to like 25 mil and then retraces to like a couple million, like that's probably not normal. That's probably not healthy. If your token goes to like 50 million or 100 million and comes back down really, really hard, that's probably not normal either, depending on where it currently is, right? 70% pullbacks is pretty normal, pretty healthy. Bert went to like 10 or 11, came back down to 4. That's about the 70% correction. Very healthy, very important as well when we do pump really hard, because we were only at like 3 or 4. We were like trending up 5 to 8, and then we went straight to 11. So yeah, I mean, this is very healthy market structure here on the USD pair specifically, and this is the one that everyone's going to see first. Excuse me, on Deck Screener. So very important to note, this is more or less the chart that I'm looking at. Obviously, this one looks a little bit different than the other one that I'm about to show you guys, but the same wave impulse that I'm seeing, if we can break above these levels, hold at the 786, that kind of stuff, you really want to see it. You want to see if this level right here, this 0.012 level, is it going to be respected? Is it going to be held as support sorry, as resistance? Are we going to keep bouncing down from it, right? That's what we did over here. Down here, if we zoom in, let me zoom in again, which is what created our first base, essentially. This is Bert's first official accumulation zone outside of our original accumulation zone down here. But look, our first all-time high ever was right here, and we kept hitting it. Look, one time, two times, three times, four times, five times, six times, seven times. It took us 7 separate days, actually, not five. It was 7 days where we went above it, we touched it, we could not close above it, and then one day we just broke right through and sent, right? So, and it took how many days actually for that move to be complete? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once we actually broke through, it took us less than a week and we hit a new all-time high. So again, once we start to see confirmation above this accumulation zone, once we see confirmation about this this zone as well, and then of course the old all-time high, or I shouldn't say old. It was what, 4 days ago. 4 days ago, we were at 11 million. So for the people saying FUD or just being down or whatever, like we're talking what's 4 days ago, like 96 hours ago, like that's literally nothing in like the entire grand scheme of things in crypto and how fast this space moves. 96 hours, the next 96 hours, for all we know, we're at 25 mil, like you need to you need to kind of like be extremely patient with this market as well, because these moves happen so fast, and it's going to catch you off guard. And if you genuinely want to take profits at this level and you think that that's like a top or something, I mean, that's your call at the end of the day, right? But I'm expecting way, way higher for a lot of these tokens. Obviously, we're charting Bert at this current time, but I'm expecting some pretty insane moves very soon, especially if you guys watched our show yesterday. I did talk about how I believe XRP could go to $5 to $10, maybe $7 to $9 in that range is very reasonable, very respectable for the XRP chart. That's just kind of where I'm seeing it. I'm kind of second that as well. He was kind of charting as well there for a little bit. Like that's the kind of moves that will absolutely just like rip these tokens to like 100 mil plus. And to be honest, like you only need like I'd have to go run some specific numbers, but you only need like 1,000 XRP in the right tokens. And if they get to like that 100 mil range, if you're early enough, I mean, you could make a really healthy bag for this bull run, depending on when it happens. So again, I said this yesterday. I'll keep repeating it. You don't need like an insane bag. You don't need your entire portfolio in these tokens or any token. You only need maybe a couple hundred XRP, maybe 1,000 XRP, and then just sit on it. Like, do not underestimate how violent these moves are going to become. And you already saw. I mean, if you bought Bert at like 3 mil right here, it literally took like 4 days to hit 11 mil. Like, if you put 1,000 XRP in, that was like 4 or 5,000 XRP you could have taken out if you're trading this right now. Obviously, I'm calling for a way bigger wave, a way bigger move about to happen from here, from this 4 mil level. So again, 1,000 XRP, we hit 25. That's about a it's like a 6x from here. Okay, well, if you really want to sell at these levels, I encourage you to do that. If you really feel like we don't go higher than that, obviously, but because we don't do self shaming or anything, right? We don't really care about the price too much. We care more about the community growing, all that kind of stuff. I'm just kind of charting right now, showing you guys, but the community has been absolutely killing it. As I said, I'm going to show you guys more memes, more content. I made a post. I think it's actually time to show you guys one of the latest posts here as well. Let me actually refresh my screen because it's lagging a little bit. Give me a second here. And again, friendly reminder, we're hosting shows weekdays, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. EST. So our show's has been live for about 30 minutes or so now. Shout out to everyone. So we're about halfway through the show. We're going to run the show for about 30 more minutes. So if you want to lock in for some more TA, some more alpha, more memes, all that good stuff, you guys know where to be, the place to be here in Web3. All right. I made a post earlier. I just said there's no price. There's only Bert. Bert is high. Bert fly high. Be like Bert, buy Bert. And you guys can see the link right here to First Ledger as well. I'm super bullish on First Ledger. I'm extremely bullish, of course, on Bert. I've been rating some people. Should I buy Bert right now? Of course, at the Bert coin. So shout out to everyone that's been pushing Bert. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate all of you guys that have been really, really bullish here. But yeah, I mean, did this post blow up or something? Is this my post? What the heck? All right. Well, yeah. I mean, you guys know how it goes, but yeah, obviously you should be picking up some Bert, not financial advice. Let's get back to some charting, but yeah, absolutely incredible memes. The website's insane as well. All right, and the community's on fire. Honestly, I mean, watching the vibes from the 4 million level to and the 11 million range. I mean, the same very very active community members are still here. Pretty much every single whale I've been watching the wallets. Almost every single whale held very strong. I think there were like two. I think there's like 10 of them in total. There's like two of them that sold anything at these levels right here at the bottom, basically bottom blasting, I'm calling it. But yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone else, and then a lot of the top holders, like in the 1% or less range, have held really strong, and we're expecting higher. So very much looking forward to that. But we just gotta respect the chart and just kind of keep watching and understand that this is the accumulation zone because this was the prior resistance level for 7 days. It took us a whole week to break through this level. Now we're holding it very strong for 3 days. If we continue to trend at this level, again, the RSI will show that where we're trending and move it, where we're just kind of dragging down here for a little bit, which is fine. That's normal. But if we continue to hold this level as support, that would be incredibly bullish because this is the new base, and we could potentially form a cup and handle on this level going into the end of the month as well. So keep an eye out on this USD chart. Don't fade the USD chart. It's an incredible uptrend. I told you guys when this channel was forming about a week and a half ago before we broke out. I made multiple posts at this level that were most likely about to send to 11 million. I called it on the dot. I literally called the exact top, local top for this first wave here. So, I mean, if you guys are fading my calls, I don't really know what to tell you, to be honest. To go back and look at my profile, you'll see all the posts I made. I'm doing it like day to day as well. So we broke out the channel, absolutely gigascent. We hit this 618 level. Obviously, most of the market topped at this level at a 300 mil market cap for everything cumulatively. And over the next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, everything pretty much retraced. Some stuff did pump, Grant. I'll give you that. But most stuff had a pretty good correction again. So we're starting here. This is the first green candle since Sunday, which we're really, really excited about here. So again, accumulation zone. You need to understand when we're in the zone and what accumulation means. If you don't know what accumulation means, basically it means buy. Don't think about it. You just buy because this is the psychological zone that a lot of people are going to be max fear. Look at that. I mean, we went all the way down to the zone, touched it, and then we closed all the way back up among the channel here on Monday. So clearly it was oversold there. Obviously, we had a couple sales that broke through the channel over the last days, but this could be the symbol of max fear right here in the last 2 days. So again, I mean, you probably won't get a better entry point over the last 3 days than here. We're already closing above it. If we close above this blue line, we will no longer be in the accumulation zone as well, which means we'll most likely start breaking into the channel and break out from there. So you need to watch this level extremely closely. Again, if we break out of the 0.004945 level on the USD chart, I'm expecting some pretty fast moves. And then, of course, the RSI will follow. The stochastic RSI will follow that as well. All right. I know you guys are all waiting for the XRP chart, so let's look at it. I'm just gonna throw the daily on really quick. All right, same structure, same thing as I said before. Accumulation zone down here. Let me see if I could just chart it really quick. Let me zoom in. So basically, again, between these two zones, this was actually it might be a little bit lower. Hold on. Looking at the wrong candle. All right. So basically, where the base of this cup formed, that's kind of what we're seeing here for this entire cup, because this line right here is showing that we actually might still be in the cup. everything just probably gigasent together with XRP pumping too over the weekend. So this actually might have just made a shift in the cup. It was kind of like an early pump, if you will, and we corrected down to basically the level we were supposed to be the whole time in terms of the cup. We needed to fill this in, which we didn't fully fill it in. That's kind of what we're seeing right now. This massive accumulation zone. Obviously, we saw the pump going into the weekend. That's pretty normal. I think this was what, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So basically, a week ago is when we just started seeing everything rip. Most likely with the XRP price, obviously. Now that everything's retraced, Bert's actually exactly where it was in terms of the cup. So nothing's really changed. I just thought the cup was already forming early. I didn't think that the entire market would correct. So there's that. We're still essentially in that cup, essentially, and we have this uptrend, which I could show you guys now. We might as well look at the 4 hour now. And kind of just watch and see where everything's at. So again, this channel, we closed below it, and then we had resistance, right? That shows weakness on the 4 hour specifically. But we closed below this, right? And we haven't broken above it. But the moment that we break above it, that's when we start sending. And that's why I keep saying the moment we touch it and we don't break through it, and then we keep touching it. That's why I kept saying the daily candle on Bert earlier hit it 7 times. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually went above it briefly. 5, 6, at least 6 4 hour candles that closed that tried to touch it and break out, and we couldn't. Again, which shows weakness on the short term. But until we look at something like the daily candle, we can't really say like there's just a ton of weakness, you know. So again, this whole zone right here below this line is just pure accumulation. And if you guys missed our show yesterday, again, I highly recommend tuning into it, because we talked about basically once this cup is finalized here, going into basically the last week of December, at the end of the second week of December, that's when you really want to see this cup fill in, and we start to see an actual uptrend begin. Once we break out this accumulation zone. So again, it's really going to be so now we're on the XRP chart. So about that 0.002526 level is that level you really want to be eyeing here on the chart as well. So keep that in mind. Obviously, the cup can go longer. It could happen tomorrow for all I know, you know. So you got to respect the chart, understand what it's trying to tell you here. And yeah, I'm expecting a much higher in terms of where the chart is telling us. And I moved the handle. Obviously, we can really run to this like 0.06 level. So I believe we'll actually break this previous all-time high here on the candle, even though it wasn't our all-time high this was actually the candle that was 3.6 million, but this one's actually 11 something million because XRP ran really hard. So I'm expecting this level will be about that 15 million. And then, of course, 20 million is around our all-time high. Funny enough, I'm just looking at this now. I didn't realize there was correlation. Since this was our previous all-time high, if we actually break this on this next leg up, we're going to actually send a lot higher than 25 million. I'm looking at this now. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, 25 million is like, by the way, I'm not like a moon boy. I know maybe some of you guys might think of 4X as a moon boy, or 5X, whatever. 25 million for me is the low end. I could easily see this being like 33 mil, 50 million. Let's see, 0.01. So basically anything in an interval would be higher than that. So what's 50%? That's like 37 mil. So this is a 37 million. I'll just put 37 really quick. Yeah, the curves are always so hard to draw. Yeah, it's wanting to be weird. Okay. There you go. All right. So another 50% pump above, like in terms of price discovery, above the previous all-time high. So what is that? 50%. Yeah. So from this 20 level right here, that's pretty much at the 20 mil range. So I think this could actually go pretty crazy now that I'm really looking at the chart. Let me move this. we could see something insane like that actually happen. And again, Bert is extremely organic. We're not paying no VCs, no KOLs, none of that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm just speaking as a very passionate community member at the end of the day. I'm not on the team or anything like that. I'm not even like a massive whale or anything like that. There's plenty of people that own way more than I do. But just kind of watching the chart and just seeing, hey, like, you know what? There's a massive cup and handle forming here. The end of the month looks incredibly bullish. The catalysts are all lining up for XRP. XRP could be at like $5 to $10 by the end of the month for all we know, like all of this. And then, of course, just for frame of reference, all of these price targets, I hope you guys understand, these price targets are like XRP at the current price. If XRP does like a 4x from here, which I know a lot of you guys believe, all these price targets will be like 2 to 3x that. I don't think you guys get that. Like, let me actually write this in really quick. So a 3x from that is like 60 mil at this level. Hold on. For Bert. No, I'm not talking about every single token. Yeah, these curves are insanely hard. Hold on. So if XRP just like sends to like an insane amount, this is like a 60 million market cap range. Like people, you don't think that people are going to be like max bidding once we get like above like 50 mil? Like this is the next impulse move. If XRP runs to insane numbers, like if you have 1,000 XRP in here, I don't think you understand. Like this is a 15x right here. That could be like 15,000 times XRP. Sorry, not 15,000. 15x your XRP at this level right here. And then on top of that, XRP is worth like $5 to $10. So like 15,000 times like $5 is what, like 65,000. And you put in 1,000 XRP right now, which is like what? It's like $2 something. So like you put in like $2,000 and it'd be worth, what did I just say? Like 60 or $70,000. Like that's the kind of like ridiculous moves that meme coins allow for. That's why people ape meme coins, because when the underlying asset, right? So XRP is the underlying asset. Obviously, you guys are all bullish, but like, are you waiting for XRP to like 4x at this level? Like, I'm not talking about XRP at 50 cents anymore. I'm talking about XRP at like $2 to $3. Do you genuinely believe XRP will go above like $10 a cycle? If you do, that's great. Like, I hope it does, right? Our memes will go all these numbers are irrelevant. I'd be calling for like 100 mil at this level, like XRP at like $10 or more is like 100 million on like the next pump. Like I can't stress this enough. Like I don't think most of you guys still understand what is about to happen in XRP memes. We're gonna get like 250,000 people by the end of the month, and then I'm gonna be sitting here on the stream saying, "Hey, like, I mean, I'm not trying to toot my home, but like, I was right about 250,000 or more, right? Because this space is not linear, right? There's nothing like just straight line. It's just parabolas, like just straight up. There's no there's no stairs or anything like this, right? It's either we go to 15 million or we go to 37 mil. XRP is at 3x. Okay, well, this is 100 mil then, right? Like, I don't think you guys get that like people will become millionaires just by putting in like maybe 1,000 XRP, depending on how much you own, depending on which tokens you own. Like I genuinely don't believe people are excited enough. I definitely don't believe people are working for their bags enough. I mean, you guys got to be onboarding, telling your friends cross chain. Okay, I can't with these curves. I'm trying to make these M's. If we see these 100 million, obviously we had one that went to that level. I'm not going to speak like in terms of like what I think about it or whatever. It is what it is. But if we start to get some really strong organic moves of these tokens that can hold above this level before, and I'm talking before XRP runs. If XRP runs, I mean, a billion market cap for some of this stuff is like not that crazy, depending on how high XRP. I mean, XRP. Let me see if I could just write out XRP really quick. It's going to be really rough because the R has a lot of curves, but we'll figure it out. All right, you guys get to see me drawing some XRP. Here you go. All right, let's say XRP gets to 10. I don't know. I'll just be conservative because I'm always conservative. $7, right? Oh my gosh, these curves are going to kill me. Yeah, bear with my my horrendous drawing. Yeah, this is okay. All right, XRP $7, right? Like these levels are so low. And again, you guys probably think I'm moonboying at this point, but the what do you call it? The level of, oh my gosh, why isn't it loading? The level of like parabolas that XRP at like incredibly high levels will send meme coins. I mean, meme coins don't even have to pump that hard. Just because they're paired with XRP, they'll go to like insane market caps just because XRP is just like killing it. And then it's like, oh, I only put in like 100 XRP or 1,000 XRP. It's like, oh, okay, well, I mean, if you genuinely believe XRP is going to like more than $7 a cycle, which I think $7 is like the low end, if you think that it's going way higher than this, like a billion market cap is like not that crazy for a meme coin and for a top tier meme coin, right? That you believe a lot of people are going to start buying into, like hundreds of thousands of people. These market makers right on the slow days is like 100 makers to like 1,000, maybe to 3,000, like when it's really, really busy. So like seeing this kind of move is like absolutely nothing. And what's going to be funny is like once these actually start to send to like a billion market cap, if XRP gets that high, like these streams are most likely going to be studied because like no one's talking about this outside of maybe a couple spaces right now. Like once we really see some pretty insane moves, like this move right here could level out here at the end of the month. But then XRP is like, hey, I want to run to like $7 to $10 right here. It's like, oh, okay, well, I was at 25 mil, but then now it's worth like 100 mil because XRP just like 4x. And then people come from other chains. They're like, oh, 100 mil is actually like a really good opportunity to buy in because that's pretty standard for Solana. Why don't we just 10x it from here? Like that's basically what I'm watching for and what I believe is more or less about to happen in this space. So I'm like really fixated on these levels right now because if you're missing this and it'll shoot to like 60 mil like nothing if XRP starts to really pick up. I mean these max bids are like you're basically able to buy these tokens for nothing. You're basically buying these at like 100K market cap, 10K market cap, whatever. Like thinking that 4 million market cap, 10 million market cap, whatever is like high, probably just means you don't understand memes like pretty much at all, and you haven't spent like any time on Solana. Like 100 million is still an early buy for Solana because a lot of them run to a billion, a billion plus. And then for those of you guys that really believe in XRP, I believe in XRP a lot. I always have. If you believe XRP will flip ETH, right? Let me chart this or let me draw it up. How do I? I'm trying to think. Maybe a little arrow. Yeah. You think XRP will flip ETH, right? A lot of you guys believe that, which I'm down with that. I mean, I'm not against that for a second. I mean, ETH, that'll be like the $9 range, but obviously a lot of people believe ETH will outperform, which I think it could. I'm not. I mean, there's not really fundamentals to support it, in my opinion. I know all the ETH maxis listening to me will probably hate me for saying that, but it is what it is. I don't think there's like fundamentals there that support ETH even being number two, outside of like obviously Solidity being the standard for such a long time. But if XRP flips ETH, I mean, we could be talking about, I don't know, 10, $15 for XRP. You know, I could drop another arrow. You know, I'm sure you guys love the arrows and love the speculation at this point. But I mean, $10 to $15 XRP. I'm getting the hang of it a little bit here. Not as bad. Okay, that was horrendous. Yeah, pretty horrendous. That's fine. I mean, XRP flipping ETH, right? I mean, that's 10 to $15, maybe more. A billion would be nothing at that level. I mean, we'd be talking like, I don't know, 5 to 10 bill, 5 bill, 10 bill or more for some of these tokens. Like that's how crazy an actual, like, you want to talk about meme coin super cycle on Solana. What about meme coin super cycle on XRP? I mean, I'm open to having that conversation. XRP flips Ethereum this cycle. It's happened before, right? Like I mean, let's. This is obviously starting to get out of conservative. I think this is conservative in this range. But I mean, what's stopping this from happening here? Like, I don't have an answer to that, to be honest. What would limit XRP from doing that? 'Cause that is crazy. Yeah, I mean that's pretty standard, and people are talking about. I mean, regardless of how you feel about Murad, I mean he's talking for 100 bill meme coins on certain chains. I mean, if XRP is number two, I mean we're I mean is this like nothing for memes on XRP? Like I don't know, but if anything of what he's saying is true on Solana, I mean, XRP flips ETH, if that's what we're saying here. I mean, 1,000 XRP and pretty much anything right now would probably make you a millionaire. Like that's probably what we're waiting on here, to be honest. Like, and I said, but yesterday, if you guys were locked in listening to the show, I did say, hey, like if let's come back down to where we need to get to first, right? Like if we're really this is my thesis, obviously. By the way, I'm really explaining the thesis here for XRP memes. Like it genuinely, if XRP runs to any insane all-time high levels, price discovery, that kind of stuff, like this is literally considered like buying at like 10K market cap, 100K market cap. Like this is literally the opportunities that you're getting, and most people just have no clue. That they're just so new. Maybe they've never traded memes, that kind of stuff. Like XRP probably has like a four. I mean, I don't think it has a 10x left in it. Maybe it does, and I'm happy to be wrong. We'll make a lot more obviously together, but I mean, if XRP has like another 4x in it, I think that's really realistic. Like I said, that $7 to $9 range up here. If once Bert gets to like the 25 to 37 million range, but XRP decides to rip, I mean, we're talking like 100 mil market caps plus. That's where like you really start to get like insane volume, insane bids. Just that's when things start to get like incredibly irrational, and that's where you can start to see tokens run to like a billion. Because like if we really start to see XRP flipping something like ETH, and then Bitcoin's like, hey, you know what? I want to go even crazier for some reason. Like that's where you'll see like a billion, those billion tickers, you know. And Bert obviously loves billions. I mean, that's just kind of how he's programmed. Bert flies high. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm watching. That's my overall thesis right now for a lot of these meme coins. Bert, obviously, I believe this whole like 4 million, 10 million, 15 million, whatever, like this is all just like preliminary stuff. I mean, we're just hitting like the tip of the iceberg on what is yet to come. And again, I can't stress enough how ridiculously early you guys are. We all are, because we're still. I mean, today we just hit. Obviously, Bitcoin just hit 100K like 2 days ago or whatever, right? 2 nights ago. Well, First Ledger just hit. Speaking of 100K, right? We just hit 100,000 active members on First Ledger. So, I mean, shout out to all of you guys there. Day one, I was here day one, watching, trading. My wallet's actually, I didn't even know this. Someone just asked, hey, like, have you checked out the points and stuff? I'm in like the top 100 wallets trading on First Ledger. I had no idea. I've been trading a ton over here, trading in and out of different tokens, but Bert is one of the only ones I won't trade. I mean, I'm just sitting in it. My bags are comfy. I love the token. Obviously, the meme is very strong, but I'm watching the potential. Bert was top three pretty much the entire time up until like maybe like set within the last 7 days or something. Just a bunch of new tokens came out. And like I said, it's not that hard to manipulate your market cap. I'm not going to talk about any tokens in particular, but you can really own a large portion of your supply, add liquidity, and basically boost your market cap. It's not that crazy. It's not that hard. Again, I'm not going to really call out tickers. It's not really what I'm here to be doing. But when you look for like really healthy charts, really organic movements, strong memes, strong community vibes, that kind of stuff, to me, it's a no-brainer, and it's an easy uh, formula essentially for picking which tokens I'm betting on personally. So this is by the end of December. If XRP really decides, then this is obviously my thesis. And if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm telling you guys now, right? Like this is my thesis. If it gets invalidated, I'm going to tell you guys as well. Like I'm doing this live. putting my own like technical analysis on the line, but I was also right about this. Exactly. I called it. I called this. Like I literally called every single high before it even happened. And if you guys are missing it, I'm calling you here. This is the best opportunity you're probably going to get the rest of the cycle in meme coins, specifically in XRP. I'm calling it right now. And guess what? I know a lot of you guys are not going to buy. I know a lot of you guys are going to wait and say, oh, well, I want to wait till we confirm. Well, guess what? You don't do that. You do it when we're literally at the absolute bottom. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to buy at 11 mil or 15 mil, say, oh, well, now it's breaking out. I love Bert, right? Oh, now it's at 25 mil. I'm gonna buy here. Like, there was literally no reason to do any of this. You could have bought at 4 mil and sat really nicely, but you're probably not going to do that because you're not that 1% of people, essentially, right? 99% of people probably still won't be buying at this level because they're scared. You see a lot of red. I could probably pull up transactions right now that I don't do, but I mean, you could probably see, I mean, it's about 50-50 right here, maybe some more red, green. I mean, it's about 50-50. I would expect a little bit more red, but at these levels. But I mean, the this accumulation range is held so strong here. We bounced so hard off of it the first day. We were clearly oversold. So this is where you buy. These are the levels you want to probably sell at. If you absolutely have to sell, for me, I'm not selling anything below this level up here, though. I mean, it really doesn't make any sense for me, at least, to take any profits here. This is what I'm eyeing. I mean, XRP pumping hard, 37 mil to 100 mil is like where you genuinely want to like consider, hey, like maybe you could take some profits off the table. But to be honest, if XRP gets to this level, I know deep down, I know that a billion is programmed for a lot of these tokens. I'm not selling to a billion personally. So maybe some stuff off the table, maybe at this level, but I don't, a lot of you guys, this might be your first bull run. Like seeing how crazy the bull run's actually about to get is going to be absolutely mental. So like I said, don't need to put a lot into these tokens. Maybe 100 to 1,000 XRP is more than plenty. Obviously, if you want to go harder than that, you're more than welcome to. But I don't want to see anyone getting wrecked. I've seen a ton of you guys buying a bunch of different tokens, getting rinsed, getting wrecked. I don't want to see that. I want you guys to buy the bottoms. I literally said everyone in my alpha chat, you guys absolutely need to be buying here, and a bunch of them hit a 4x here. And I'm really proud of you guys for doing that, especially if you took profits. A bunch of you guys DM me saying, hey, I appreciate the call. You did really well, right? That kind of stuff. And this is before I was even hosting these shows. We started hosting these shows around here, basically at the bottom of the cup. I said, hey, we're about to run. You guys can literally go back and look at my shows. Actually, we started on Friday of last week. So it was like right about here, right before we pumped. And then we're going to just continue to run it up. So you guys need to lock in. We're coming up to the end of the show here. Actually, this hour went by so fast. But again, if you guys are not locked in, let's see what the volume, how everything looks over the weekend. I'm expecting the weekend to look pretty insane as well. If it doesn't, then of course everything still needs to cool off because this weekend was really, really crazy. Going into next weekend is where I'm expecting this cup to really finalize, for the handle to really start going into the end of the month, and then basically either going into January or the end of the month, the last week of the month, we're going to see some pretty insane moves for probably the entire space, but obviously Bert specifically is what I'm looking for, and any token that could really hold in this range, that's strong, that's organic. I personally am just really bearish on tokens giving allocation. I'll just be honest here. I'm very bullish. I'm very bearish on tokens giving allocation to KOLs, to VCs, all that, because they are going to dump at the end of the day. And if you give them too much of your token, they're going to dump a good chunk of it. And you're going to see some pretty big pullbacks on some of these tokens. Bert can confidently say, we're not doing any of that stuff. We're not going to. We want the community to be able to be respected as well. I think it's a respect thing at the end of the day. It's not just a marketing thing. Obviously, short term, a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, let's do it, whatever. But the moment you see those massive nuke candles, a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money because they're going to sell because they won't be able to keep their emotions in check. Bert won't be doing any of that kind of stuff. We're going to be an extremely organic community. And guess what? These VCs, they want your tokens for cheap. I don't think you get that. And the KOLs, they want your tokens for free. When are they buying your tokens? You give them some tokens. Are they buying it? They're not buying it. So they're literally just rinsing you. They're playing you. Don't get played. So for me, I'm super bullish on the tokens that are not doing that because I don't want to see you guys get rinsed. It happens all the time in Solana, on other chains. We're barely having to experience it for the first time here on XRP. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to have to learn the hard way because that's just how the market goes. If you're inexperienced to other chains, you do have to learn, and unfortunately, you have to learn through the trenches. And the trenches are brutal, but that's also why a lot of people make money. Sorry, that's why a lot of people lose money, and very few people make money because these trenches are no joke, and you got to be deep. You got to be deep in the trenches and locked in every single day to make sure that you are securing profits. I see Rahul asking a price prediction for this bull run of Hbar. Great question, brother. All right. For me, 78 cents will be the top, 80 cents, 82 cents in that range. Absolute top for Hbar. If Hbar can break into the top 10 on CoinMarketCap and hold it for at least like maybe a couple weeks and really pump from there, I'm expecting $3 to $5. I've been saying that for over a year. So if it happens, it happens. I've been calling it for a long time now. I think Sauce will outperform it personally, though. I think that if Hbar goes to 78 cents in tops, Sauce will go to at least $1 or more. So personally, I'd be picking up more Sauce at this level since Hbar already had a really solid run. Not that it won't run further. I definitely think it'll run even harder from here, but you just have to be really smart about it. So not financial advice. That's just my take on it. I'm accumulating Sauce, the main DEX at this level. I appreciate the question here, brother. All right. Stochastic RSI, and then we're going to end the show here. Again, daily candle, the daily chart here of momentum at absolute zero essentially, and it's dragging on the fast line. So until we we have the blue cross up and we cross above this 20 level, that's when we're going to see that big move, which I'm expecting. Let me chart it right here. I'm expecting more of this, and then we have the cross up. We can cross all the way up to the 50, maybe come back down a little bit on around Christmas level. The handle needs to form in this range, and then, I mean, we'll have our blow off top for the next top, whatever that'll look like in this range. Obviously, we barely actually hit it on the daily. Funny enough, we barely. Oh, not trying to draw. We barely hit it over here, and obviously we crossed down. So very fascinating, very important to know as well. But this is pretty much, I mean, take a screenshot. Let's see how accurate it is. But this is pretty much playing out with what I'm looking at here personally. But yeah, I mean, I'm very bullish on Bert, our TA specialist yesterday. Yeah, appreciate him coming on the show again. If you missed yesterday's show, head to let me pull up my screen one more time on my X account. Go to highlights here. Again, make sure to shoot me a follow at iPixTrade so you guys can stay up to date with the latest DeFi, XRP, Bert news, obviously. So this is today's show. Make sure to like and retweet if you found any alpha out of our show here today. We're about to end the show, but yesterday's show, December 5th, make sure to lock in, tap in on that show. It was 3 hours long, but it is worth every single minute. I went back and listened to a good chunk of it. It's just a gift. Really, this is my gift to everyone listening and locking into the space. I hope it helps you guys stay level-headed as well. The moment that you're feeling FOMO and your emotions are out of whack, that's when you're going to start making really, really bad trades, and you don't want to be trading with your emotions. All right, well, take a screenshot of it. Let's see. Let's see who's right. Let's see if my track record. I mean, these are bigger. As the bull run heats up, I mean, I got to make bigger calls, and I'm expecting some pretty big moves from these. I was right here. I was right at the cup and handle. I mean, let's see. I mean, we could see some pretty insane gains. And guess what? We have hundreds of people watching these shows every day now. I mean, I'm hoping we could make hundreds of potential millionaires, depending on how much you guys are putting in this. And also, I'm pretty much only buying Bert. I haven't sold any here. I did not sell here. I'm just buying. I'm literally just buying these accumulation zones. I wish I could link I don't think we have DEX tools yet. Pretty sure you could buy from there, but I wish I could show you guys all my buys. I pretty much just wait for accumulation zones. And I believe genuinely that the next accumulation zone will be somewhere around here. Like I said, this 15 million range. So if we have a massive pump, maybe 25 mil, maybe higher, I think we'll retrace back here because this is the next psychological level that we really held. And then you want to have accumulation somewhere in here. It could even be down here a little bit because there's a lot of candles that touched this zone but didn't break out. So I'm looking for this next zone right here to probably be our best next buy-in this will be our next low, essentially, where you want to be buying. So you can either buy here at 4 mil, or you could wait and buy above 12 to 15 mil. That's probably the next actual level, unless we have like an insane run, which I think we will have an insane run. And then, of course, I mean, a 70% crash, like we just had here, which is super healthy, super normal. I mean, it's important to have them. Let me zoom out here. Let's see. What's a 70% crash from for what did I say? 12, 15 mil. I'll just say 12 mil just to make it conservative. Like I said, not Moon Boy. I just want to make it as conservative as possible. 70% crash all the way down to 12 mil is what? We ran to 50 mil, come down 50%. That's 25. I'm trying to do the math in my head really fast here. I'm usually pretty good, but let's see. 70, 60% would be, let's see, let's just do to 37. That's probably easier. So 13, 12. So it's about 12, 66. Yeah. Oh, here we go. That's perfect. So about a 60, 67%, about 70% pullback from about 37 million market cap would actually put us at this level. So this all might actually be irrelevant. I might actually just delete it. Our next impulsive move is probably like 37 million, to be honest, for a healthy retracement back to like 12 mil, which again, once we're out here and people are, when we come all the way back down, if that actually happens here, right? Because this is the trend. If you guys watch the chart here, we could see something insane where we go all the way up here, cross up here. Okay, the chart's in the way. I can't see. Let me keep drawing here. And then we just basically respect the trend line. Actually, that's really extreme of a drop. Give me a second here. I don't want to make it too brutal, but we could basically do something like this. And then obviously this is the new trend line right here. So, I mean, we could see, which, oh my gosh, look at how this is just lining up. I mean, I can't even make this stuff up. This is literally the old exact all-time high. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, it's beautiful. If this is the next level of accumulation, then it'll be like 20 to 25 million, and we might not even have a 70% pullback. So again, take your screenshots, do what you got to do. Let's see if any of this is right. I'm just letting you guys know from a really bullish XRP holder that's super excited about XRP memes. I want to see this space absolutely blow up in a positive way. This is just my targets. This is what I'm looking at personally. And like I said, if XRP blows up when we're at 20 mil, you're probably going to look at like a 60 million market cap, which, do the math, that's like a 15x from here. XRP is only going to do like a 4x. So do the math. You can start weighing that once XRP is near its top, which I think we're closer to the top than ever. Once we're closer to the XRP top, that's when the memes are really going to start to outperform. Maybe in the short term right now, they're not outperforming XRP a ton, but the moment the XRP is near the top, that's when you're like, oh, XRP only has like a 2 to 4x left. Oh, well, the meme will have like a 15x. I might as well buy the meme. So you got to understand where you're at in the market. I think we're very close to where it's just better to be in the memes at this point. I personally, I'm just going to wait because I'm not going to try to time it. I'd rather not try to time it here, and then I'm just going to go all in on memes. So you gotta really understand where we are in the cycle. It's so incredibly early. So what I'm doing right now is pretty much impossible to call accurately, but I'm giving you my honest take because I have called both of these correct so far. Here in my alpha chat, I did call both of these. I made posts. All the receipts are on my account. If you don't believe me, literally just go check my account. I'm still calling for this to be the absolute bottom here in this range. We'll still consolidate for probably another week and a half. End of the month, we'll have the handle in this range unless XRP pumps really hard, which this will be way higher, probably 20, 25 mil as the handle, and then we just shoot from there. So we have about a week or two left to really confirm my theory and call 3 for 3. And honestly, at that point, I mean, pretty much everyone in XRP memes this early, if you're buying 100 to 1,000 XRP in Bert, I mean, you're going to be really in a good spot. XRP wise, when we start really going crazy. So lock in, you guys. I'm going to end the show here. I appreciate everyone that tuned in here today. This will be the last stream until Monday. So appreciate everyone that tuned in here today. Make sure to like and retweet the stream, comment, hashtag Bert. Let me know if you're bullish on Bert as well. Buy XRP, buy Bert's. Obviously, it's the no-brainer. It's the most obvious play here in XRP in terms of meme coins. welcome to the Bert community. Join our Telegram. The links are all on deck screener. Just type in Bert's on XRP website, Twitter, Telegram. Make sure to join up here. Buy Bert token on @first_ledger. XRP memes are giga sending. I appreciate all of you guys that tuned in. You guys are absolute legends, and I hope all of your bags stay pamped. With that, we're going to end the show here with our amazing Bert music. And with that, let's wind down the stream. All right, you guys, appreciate all of you guys that tuned in today, and I'll catch you all on Monday here at the place to be in Web3 here in XRP. Much love, you guys. Peace, y'all.
Bert is Bert, Bert is Bert, Bert the highest Bert, Bert is the word is Bert, Bert does its own thing, haters getting Bert hurt, Bert drops a golden nuggets, Bert.